Greetings, Sanbonani High Orange Army. My name is Lelo and I am your host for this special edition of In Conversation here on UJTV. I know you are probably wondering why I'm saying it's a special edition. Well, this is where we will get to profile our staff members that have been within the institution and get to know how being in the institution has shaped and reimagined their futures. And today we have Prof Charmaine Arderne, who is a professor within the Chemical Sciences Department. Thank you so much for joining us, ma'am, and welcome to In Conversation. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm also doing very well, and I'm so excited to have a conversation with you, and I know it's going to be an insightful one. So may you please tell us more about yourself and your area of expertise within the institution?
Okay, so I'm an associate professor in the Department of Chemical Sciences in the Faculty of Science at UJ. I'm a single mom. My daughter lives overseas in America. And my field of expertise is in a field called X-ray crystallography. It's basically a field where the X-ray methods are used to determine the atomic and molecular structure of atoms. It's really important, especially in pharmaceuticals, so that we know what the drug structures are, so we know whether they work properly in that. So that's just one sort of application of what I do. Yeah, that's pretty much my area of expertise.
Interesting.
Really love my job. So
very interesting, ma'am. So for those who might not know, but who want to know, may you please tell us about your journey with UJ? And I know that you've encountered challenges for the longest time you've been here. So may you please also provide the most significant change that has happened for you since you've been here?
So I began my journey at UJ actually as a temporary staff member in 2005, and I was appointed as a lab technician, not in the academic field at all. And over the course of working the following 2 to 3 years, I think the challenge was wondering if I was ever going to get a permanent job, because when you have a small child at home and you're not full-time working, it's pretty stressful. Anyway, I was very grateful to the people who assisted me, and they appointed me as a permanent staff member. In 2008, I became an academic, so I applied for an academic post and I became a lecturer, and registered for my PhD at UJ. Thankfully, and I'm very, very blessed to have the perks of working at UJ, where they provide you with, the opportunity to study, and your tuition fees are covered. It's one of the best benefits of working at UJ, is that you can expand your knowledge. And I was promoted to senior lecturer in 2011 when I got my PhD, and then in 2020 I was promoted to associate professor. And it's been challenging. I think maybe COVID was the biggest challenge for all of us, because it was a major change that we had to make. But I think working here at this institution, they really helped us and provided opportunities for us to change and better ourselves. So yeah, that's...
So you would say your future got reimagined the minute you joined the institution?
Yeah. I always wanted to go into academia, because that was something I'd done in the past. And UJ gave me the opportunity. They really look after us as staff members. Well, I believe they do. And a pivotal point, I think, was actually getting that academic position, and then having now an opportunity to work forward and, see where I can go.
So I see here that you're also celebrating your 20th anniversary being within the institution.
Yes.
So now, in line with our 20th birthday celebration, what is your fondest memory since you've been in UJ?
I think the people that work at UJ, the number of people that I've come across in the last 20 years who've shaped my career, who've helped me grow as a person, and even the students. I've seen so many students. For them, I guess my fondest memories also are them walking the graduation stage. It's where you put in so much effort to help them come across and develop their own career and their own journey. So I think, for me, it's the people, the students, and just seeing how they progress. That turns the light on for me.
I really do agree with you. Seeing something that you put so much work into coming into fruition should be a very fond memory
Yeah,
for you.
it is.
So last but not least, Professor, what is something that you think our audience should know about you or about the University of Johannesburg? It can be either or you can just provide both.
I think for me, it's about UJ providing opportunities for us to better ourselves. So I was very privileged last year to be invited to MIT, that's Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Boston. And they appointed me as a visiting professor for 4 months of the year last year. And I really couldn't have done it without being at UJ. I think the opportunities that get provided to us as staff members to really sometimes even fulfill our dreams. I've always wanted to visit the US. My daughter lives there. And so this was my first visit, and I spent time at a really prestigious institution, and I couldn't have done it without UJ's help. You know, I have a very collegial department that I work in. Some of my colleagues have been absolutely phenomenal. They assisted with funding, so it was a pooled effort. Even my dean, she assisted with funding. Everybody's interested in seeing everyone else grow, and that's really meaningful to me. We can't do life alone. You have to do it with a team. Community is important, and I think UJ provides that opportunity for us to be in community, to work with one another, not necessarily only within our own departments, but cross departments and cross faculties too. So that's, I think, something important.
Very insightful indeed, Professor. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a lovely conversation with you. And
thank you. Thank you for having me.
I think I drew that we should really make use of every opportunity that we gain within the institution.
Absolutely.
Because growth is what the institution is all about.
Absolutely.
So that is how we wrap up today's show of In Conversation with myself, Nkosi, here on UJTV. 20 years of innovation, education, and inspiration. That is our institution. Danko.